14 minutes and these babies look like they're ready to come out of the oven. Can you hear them sizzling? Oh, the minute I open that oven door, oh, that smell of apple pies is delicious. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva. So good to see all of you again. And a big welcome to all my new subscribers. Well, I can't even believe today is episode 11. That's right. It's episode 11 of my fall baking series. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. I've tried to make for you very easy peasy recipes that everyone can make, that aren't too difficult, because we all have very busy lifestyles. I know I do right now. So you ask, Diva, what are you making for us today? Well, let me tell you, I'm making for you bite-sized apple pies. That's right, and they are super duper easy to make. Even your kids can help you make them. And you know, if you've been watching me for a long time, I always say, get your kids into the kitchen. Let them help you bake. Create memories that will last a lifetime. I have 2 children who are grown now, and I have 4 grandsons, and I've always had all of them in the kitchen baking with me. And I like to think that I've created some nice memories for them that hopefully will last a lifetime. What do you say we get started? I have my oven preheated to 425 degrees. And let me tell you, it's hot in here. I'm in New Jersey. Yesterday, I think we broke a record. It was 80 degrees. 80 degrees for like the middle of November? That's crazy. We have so many leaves that are just starting to fall now. So anyway, like I say, I'm not complaining, but we did turn our air off, and with the oven on, whew, it's hot in here. So what do you say we get going? So what are you going to need first? Well, if you're making bite-sized apple pies, you need apples, right? So I have here 2 Granny Smith apples that I peeled. Now, you don't have to peel them if you don't want to. That's my preference. I just prefer to peel them. And what do I have here? My handy dandy little apple slicer that cores the apple, makes it into little wedges. So I'm going to take one of my apples. I hope you can see it. I'm going to put it down here in front of me. I'm working solo today. And I'm going to put this, shall I turn it this way or this way? It doesn't really matter. I'm going to put this in the center of my apple. And with the muscles that I don't have, I'm going to shimmy it and push it down. Whoa! Here we go. Big bang. Oh, and look at that. The core comes right out. I mean, what more could you ask for? And it makes perfect little wedges. So 1 apple will give you 8 wedges. So if you just want to make a few of them, you just need to use 1 apple. If you want to make more, you use 2 apples. So I'm going to put my apples aside in this dish. My hands are clean. And I'm going to core the other apple and slice that one. Let me take that little piece off. Shouldn't be that hard for you to do. I'm just a weakling. What can I tell you? Alrighty. So now I've cored and sliced my apples. Give that one more shot. There we go. All done. So the next thing you're going to need is, let me move this out of the way. Throw my little apple cores over here. And next you're going to need, I like to use a little mat. Nothing fancy. If you have a mat. If you don't want to use a mat, you can just use your table cleaned or your island. And you're also going to need some of the, I buy the Pillsbury, it comes in a box. I'll put a picture there for you. The Pillsbury Pillsbury refrigerated pie crust. That's right. So what I'm going to do is get out my flour. Just going to sprinkle a little flour on here, and then I'm going to show you what we do next. So don't go away. Okay, I zoomed in. It's really not necessary for you to see me. I wanted you to see what I was doing here. So I lightly floured this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pie crust and I'm going to unroll it here on my lightly floured board. I love these refrigerated pie crusts. They're so easy to work with. And when you're busy, you know, they're a big convenience. So there you go. You can try and spread it out. Make it more like, maybe like an 8-inch square. I could be using a rolling pin, but I'm not. But it's okay. They'll be just fine. So there you go. And now what we want to do is we want to make 8 strips. And I like to use my pizza cutter. And you just go up and down and you make 8 strips. I'm going to say the strips probably should be about 1 inch wide. So let me just spread this out a little. They don't have to be perfect, trust me. And here we go with the pizza cutter. And I'm just going to go, look how easy that is. Up and down. Up and down. That's 2. I'm not measuring or anything. 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll have 8 there. Wasn't that easy? Let me try to hold it up for you a little bit. Hopefully you can see it. So what you want to end up with is, see what I have here? You just want to end up with 8 of these strips of pie crust. So I'm going to move this out of my way a little bit. My island is nice and clean. Okay, I don't know how well you're going to see it on a white plate, but I'm going to take my 1-inch strip of my pie crust. I'm going to put it on here. Now I've melted some butter. I'll put the recipe down below for you in the description box, but actually, you don't even need a recipe. This is so easy. So I have my little pastry brush here, and I'm going to brush some of my melted butter onto the pie crust. Here we go. Just lightly brush your butter on there. You can see what I'm doing. I'll hold it up for you. There you go. Now what you're going to do is you're going to sprinkle some cinnamon and sugar mixture on here. You can make your own. Follow the directions if you want in the description box, but I happen to have a jar of the McCormacks cinnamon and sugar. Can you see that? So I'm just going to use this for now. And I'm going to sprinkle some of my cinnamon sugar over that pie crust. Ooh, does that look yummy? Here we go. I'll hold it up. Hopefully you can see it. Then you're going to take a piece of your apple, place it down, and you're going to start rolling up your pie crust. It doesn't have to be over one another. It can be like different strips of it. You can go in different directions if you want. Here we go. Just like that. I don't know. I'll hold it up. Can you see what I did here? I'll put a still in the description box for you. Okay. Now, after you have rolled it up and you've wrapped your apple in the pie crust, you're going to need a baking pan, a cookie sheet. You can spray it if you want. I prefer to put parchment paper on mine. Let me just move over the rest of my dough because I can do them off camera for you. Put down my baking sheet here for you. And I'm going to put my little pie crust wedge down on the baking sheet like this. I'm going to brush it with a little bit more of that melted butter. And now I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit more of the cinnamon and sugar on top. Oh boy. Does that look yummy? Can you see it? I hope so. Very, very simple. All you're doing is basically Let me take another strip here. You're basically taking your strip of pie crust here. You're brushing it with melted butter. You're going to sprinkle some cinnamon and sugar on there. I'm just doing it on here so I can show you. And then you're going to take your apple wedge, put it down here, and start rolling, rolling, rolling up your pie crust all around. Just like that. You see how that came out? And you can have your part that meets on the bottom. Brush a little bit more of your butter on there. And a little bit more of your cinnamon sugar. Now, isn't that easy? Off camera, I'm going to put these babies in the oven. I'm going to put them in the oven for about 13 to 15 minutes until they're golden brown. And then I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to tell you what else we can do with them. And I'm also going to do a taste testing. So, don't go away, because you won't want to miss these easy bite-sized apple pies. See you on the other side. Well, look at these bite-sized apple pies. I cooked them for about 14 minutes, and as you saw from my previous clip, they were sizzling like crazy in the oven, and they smelled delicious. So they're pretty hot now. Let me put the dish down. I have one over here. Now, you can eat these plain, just the way they are. Or some people like to drizzle a little caramel on there. So I have some Hershey's Sunday Dream caramel sauce over here. But I want to taste it first without the caramel. It's going to be hot though, so let me see. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you go down and hit that red subscribe and the little bell next to it twice, and that's it. It's free, and you'll be a subscriber, and you won't miss any more of my new videos. And actually, I do have episode 12 coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. So let me take a little bite out of this baby. It smells heavenly. Oh my goodness. Oh my. This is delicious. Oh. The apples are soft. They're not real sweet. I love pie crust anyway, and this is a keeper. This is a winner. Definitely make these. You saw how easy they were to make. Now I'm going to just drizzle a little bit of caramel on there and see what it tastes like. Not much. Just a little. Oh, this is really good. These are going to be gone in a flash. Let me try it with the caramel. You ready? Oh my. Oh, I can't even decide what I like better. They're both delicious. Oh, so good. Really, really good. So, I give both of them with the caramel and without the caramel 2 thumbs up. These are delicious. So anyway, thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch me make these bite-sized apple pies. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all my subscribers. And I hope you're having a nice fall. I hope you're enjoying my series, Fall Baking, Pumpkin Spice, and everything nice. I'm gonna finish eating my apple pie, and I will see you all very soon. Toodles!